Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here at wePICK today. It's really nice of you to take the time to be with us. My name is Joaquin Ersfield, and I am supported today by my colleague Ralph Mengel. Are you a full-range specialist? Do you have a large number of different applications to slice and package every day? In addition, are you struggling with small batch sizes, looking for automation, but have problems with restricted space? Then you are exactly right here with us today. We are going to present you a complete wePICK line that meets exactly this requirement. This is our new slicer weSLICE 4500, our integrated picker wePICK 7000 with dynamic buffer.
And I'm going to present to you our Weber packaging machine wePACK 7000 with two Varios today. As a complete system supplier, we complement our line with the weSORT 5000 package separation system.
Well, we are of course looking forward to your questions, and will take enough time to answer them after our presentation. And now, please follow me to our first highlight, the weSLICE 4500. Ladies and gentlemen, the weSLICE 4500 exclusively today. Perhaps die-hard weber fans will recognize directly already the unique weber hygiene machine design. The rounded edges, the weber hygiene screws, everything you need to ensure high machine hygiene in production. One of the new features on the weSLICE 4500 is the automatic loading from the rear. This gives you the option of loading even bulky products automatically from the rear. Automatic loading requires up to 70% shorter loading time than manual loading. Obviously, this weSLICE 4500 slicer too provides the option of loading manually from the side, just as you need it, just as you want it. And now a few more figures for you. The weSLICE 4500 is suitable for a product length of up to 1200 mm, with a product throat width of up to 330 mm and a product throat height of up to 165 mm. It is available in two versions, as a circular blade slicer for up to 600 cuts per minute, or as an involute blade slicer for up to 1500 cuts per minute. What we see here is an involute blade slicer, and of course we have the important components such as spindle drive on the gripper holder arm or idle cutting head on the blade head, all of which are of course also installed here. You can portion different portion shapes. You can shingle, you can stack, you can fold, create shaved meat portions. You can create whole new portion shapes through the portion designer, a circle or a heart, whatever you want, whatever you need. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you another innovation. Exclusively today, the Weber SprayTech. The Weber SprayTech is an alternative to the classic interleaver. We spray a release agent onto the slices during the slicing process, but only in the short time window after the blade exits the product and before it enters the product again. In our case, the release agent is canola oil. Canola oil has the property of being neutral in taste. It also is odorless. You do not feel it at all on the slice, but it has the effect that you can separate each slice very easily from each other. The Weber SprayTech offers you several advantages. There is not only the sustainability by eliminating the use of plastics and paper, but you also benefit from significantly lower setup times. The 9-liter canister is enough for about 4 to 5 hours of production. You will see the Weber SprayTech in operation with raw hem later again. After the Weber SprayTech, you see the weigher. It regulates the portions. And after the weigher, you see directly the conveyor that transports the portions into the picker. We call this the in-feed conveyor. Maybe some of you who already got in touch with Weber pickers, or perhaps even use Weber pickers in production, will say, but we have a buffer in between, a conveyor buffer from Weber. Yes, that is correct. Normally, there is a buffer system between the slicer and the picker to buffer the loading volume. This variant still does exist, of course. Here, you can see a more advanced version, the integrated dynamic buffer. This is the system we use when we have customers who are looking for high flexibility and have a high variety of products. This saves line length for you, among other things, but I'll explain this function to you again later with a product. Now, I would like to show you what we addressed at the beginning. This complete line comes from a single source, from Weber, a great advantage for you. With that, you also have one contact for the management of the entire project. In addition, the whole line is fully integrated, mechanically, which allows for a higher footprint efficiency, but even more opportunities come with the digital integration. The data we receive from the slicer, from the packing machine, or from the picker is processed so intelligently in the background that we can achieve much higher and more efficient performances. Let me give you an example. We get the data from the slicer. How long are we actually going to slice? How long are the loading times? In the same way, we get the data from the packaging machine. At what speed are we running? When will the next takeoff be? Etc. The picker now processes the data and decides, does it make sense to load the portion into the packaging machine now, or does it make sense to build up a buffer? The mechanical integration that you see here naturally also has great advantages for you, because we save space in terms of line width and line length. And now I'd like to show you how easy it is to access the corresponding components. All I have to do is open this door here, and I have very easy and ergonomic access to the conveyors, end effectors, etc. in the picker cell. Believe me, your operators will love it.
Here you can see the wePACK 7000 packaging machine with a film width of 460 millimeters and advanced lengths of 400 millimeters or 440 millimeters. Normally, you would expect forming here. With the MAP applications shown today, MAP flat packs and MAP molding packs, we can use films that are so thin that forming is no longer needed. This allows us to reduce your packaging weight to a minimum. How do we manage that? With a top web unwinding system that is servo-driven. This synchronizes with the chain speed. This way, we create a minimum pull on the top foil and the films can be very thin. Our crosscutters as well as our stroke units are also equipped with electric drives. Your advantage. Not sure what that means? Our line is completed with the weSORT 7000, which has the task of transferring good packages, while bad packages simply go on to a waste container. Bad packages occur, for example, when our line control detects a bonding point on the film roll. Our Weber packaging machine with the Weber hygienic design and modular construction enables your packaging to be ready for the future.
Thank you very much, Ralph. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we do not only have a very innovative line, but we are also showing you a very innovative package. And how we get this raw ham into the package in an automated process is what we are going to show you now. I'm starting the line for you now. You can now see here beautifully how the automatic loading process works. Accordingly, the gripper now grips the product and guides it to the involute blade. In this case, we make up to 800 cuts per minute, or even more with the involute blade. The next untreated product is already lying on the indexing conveyor and is waiting for the next loading cycle. We are now producing a shingle here, simultaneously in combination with our new Viba spray tech. This sprays the release agent onto the slices while the blade releases the slice. I will now take a portion for you to see how easily the slices can be separated. You can see here how easy and simple it is to remove the slices. They don't stick together, and we don't have any residue on the slice. After this, we now move into the picker with the portions. Our camera is located on the in-feed side. The camera recognizes the portions and passes this information onto the picker so that it can also pick up twisted portions properly and insert them into the package. If we have a shingle that is too long and could possibly contaminate the sealing seams, this portion will not be picked up at all. Here you can see how great the picker is working. It picks up the portions, turns them, and places them in the pack inside the packaging machine. At the same time, it builds up a buffer. This information runs in the background because we have digital integration. It knows exactly when it makes sense to put a product on the buffer and when it makes sense to put it in the packaging machine. And what is of course of burning interest to us now is at what cycle rate are we packaging now? Ralph, how fast are we anyway?
Ahim, we are now running 11 cycles in continuous operation. If we go further on our packaging machine, another advantage is the control of our top film unwind. With this control, we release the brake during takeoff, and so we can minimize the number of deflection rollers even with very long takeoffs. Our stroke units, as well as our crosscutters, are built of stainless steel and are completely maintenance-free. The only lubrication point you still have on our packaging machine is here at the film discharge. Here at the weSORT, the good packs are now transferred and conveyed onto the folding pack system. The folding pack system dispenses the labels onto the finished pack and thus creates this beautiful package.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were happy to show you how we create this package of raw ham. Now in the second application, we see overlapping salami. I will now start the line for the salami application. You can see here very nicely, as with the raw ham just before, the automatic loading process. In this case, we have salami, caliber 80, double, which is automatically fed to the blade. As we have just mentioned, the weSLICE 4500 can process product lengths of up to 1200 millimeter. Here at the front, you can see very nicely how we create the shingle. We then move into the picker after the weigher, via the picker camera, which detects the exact portions. If a portion should ever lie at an angle, it is automatically inserted cleanly into the pack by the end effector. There is another intelligence function built in here. We now do not only simply overlap the applications in the package, as you can see right now, but the picker also knows exactly what the package dimensions are, so it always inserts the applications fully on the right and left in the package. As a result, you always have a fully filled package. You can also see our buffer here. We put the portions turned by 90 degrees on the buffer here. This way we can fill the buffer space to the maximum. And what you see here is 58 picks per minute. Now I ask Ralph, how is our wePACK 7000 running?
Ahim, the wePACK is doing a great job. We are now producing the MAP flat packs. With the help of our proportional valve, we have reduced the gas pressure so that we prevent the slices from blowing away. A 50 mu top film and a 50 mu bottom film are used for this package. Speaking of the film, we can optionally use double top film unwinding to allow faster film change. A maximum film roll diameter of 500 millimeters is possible in each case. After being cut crosswise and lengthwise, the package reaches the weSORT. The weSORT picks up the packages via vacuum grippers and transfers them. The transfer unit also runs on a servo drive. They are then moved on to the downstream conveyors.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it.
We are available now for any questions you may have.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Of course, you can connect the current series of the VEBA scanner here to the weSLICE 4500. In this case, the scans are even performed automatically, and then the product is automatically fed to the weSLICE 4500 in the automatic planning. With the weSLICE 4500, you have either automatic rear loading or manual loading from the side. Both are possible. We are, of course, looking forward to your order. The weSLICE 4500 will be available for order from June 2021. That's quite simple. I'll show you live right here at the picker cell. To do this, I just open the safety guard and stand right here at my end effector. I can now simply release it without any tools, remove it, and the air hoses are released accordingly here. That's all. This is my entire end effector. We don't have meter-long hoses. After that, I just have to release the tension on the conveyors. On the one hand, I have the conveyor from the dynamic buffer here, which I simply release. And on the other hand, this conveyor, the so-called feed conveyor, which I release as well. I can now simply pull these conveyor belts over here, and they are already removed from the picker cell. That's all. An important question, because no one has too much space in production, and we realize that. This complete line from Wiebe has a maximum length of only 15 meters.
We use our Weber film check to check the foil during operation and compare this with the production order. If the wrong film is applied, we stop the machine and issue the corresponding error message. Yes, of course, large rolls of up to 1,000 millimeters in diameter can also be used. For this, we recommend our Web Edge control system to completely eliminate operating errors. We can also use double unwinding for the top film. This is possible up to a film roll diameter of 500 millimeters. All conventional soft and rigid film can be processed on our wePACK. Recyclable foils from mono Abbott, PP, or paper-based foils from a foil thickness of 40 to 900 mu can also be used.